What's up, guys? Kiara and Tony here. I hope you guys had an amazing week. We definitely did, and we have some amazing, what shall I say, like news for you. We have amazing results. I think the last update we had on our hands-free trading, which is the PAM, we call it the PAM, but that's like kind of, it means hands-free trading for us. Was a while ago, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think actually it's been 3 or 4 since we've done the last live, because I'm pretty sure I remember it was like a monthly, the end of the month, and here it is, we're into the next month. So I think it's been 4 weeks. I think this is the 4th week.
Oh my God, time is flying. I can't believe how fast this year went.
I know.
So guys, I see already one person live. When you guys watch us live, let us know who you are. Give us a hashtag live. Give us a hashtag replay as well. We have 4 people now, so you guys are gonna start coming in now, it seems. So give us a hashtag live. Let us know who you are and where you're dialing in from. And that way we can engage with you. We actually have a feature where we can share your comments as well. So we want this to be as kind of as, you know, between us and you guys as much as possible. We want you guys to engage and just comment as we give this live.
Yeah, in fact, if anybody's on here that's new, that's not in the PAM account, just go ahead and chime in and say that you're new, and we'll put a little extra effort in explaining, you know, the basics of how it works and everything. I know I invited a couple people. I think they might be getting on the recording because of the time. So, but yeah, chime in, let us know. We'll do a real brief overview of what the PAM is, how it works, and then if any of you guys have any questions, we'll open it up to Q&A. Today's like unscripted. In fact, I don't even have any notes, just because you know, we just have a few exciting things to mention, the results for the week, the past few weeks, and go from there. So
yeah. So just to give you guys a brief agenda, so the way we kind of the flow of these webinars is Tony will give the percentages of, you know, of our performance so far with our kind of trading account, so to speak. It's completely 100% hands-free, because I know I get this question a lot. It's like, do I have to do anything? Like, is there anything manual I have to do from my end, like exit the trade? No, it's completely hands-free. So we'll talk more about that. And then in the end, towards the end, I will mention how you guys can join in on this. Now, before we actually go ahead and share percentages, I need to read a disclaimer, and then we'll get going with the fun stuff. So trading foreign currencies can be a challenging and potentially profitable opportunity for investors. Trading foreign exchange on margin carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Past performance is not indicative of future results. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before deciding to invest in foreign exchange, you should carefully consider your investment objectives, level of experience, and risk appetite. The possibility exists that you could sustain a loss of some or all of your initial investment, and therefore you should not invest money that you cannot afford to lose. You should be aware of all the risks associated with foreign exchange trading and seek advice from an independent financial advisor if you have any doubts. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, I'll hand over to Tony to give you guys the good news on the results we had so far this week.
Okay, yeah, and if you guys are in, then you already know because you see your numbers. So we've had a lot of changes over the past couple of weeks. We wanted to wait until the end of the month, or we had a good solid couple of weeks of running the new updated version of the EA, so that way we can, you know, wasn't just having a lucky week. You know, we've had a few weeks under our belt of using this new updated version. So anyways, yeah, this week was phenomenal. I think in our drawdown, this is what we're going to talk about. Our drawdown is just the fact that we're able to cut our drawdown in half and yet actually increase our profits is just truly amazing. So, and last week and this week was a true testament, you know, of that. This week was awesome. The main account, even the main account, the conservative account, did 6%. It was like 5.98. So 6% for the week on the main account, which is phenomenal for the main account, because again, like I said, that's our conservative account. We only shoot, I mean, past profits, no guarantee, but we only shoot for like, 10 to 14, 15% a month on that. Our aggressive account did 7.9, you guys, for the week. So basically 8%, just, real close to 8% for the week. Last week was like 6%. I think the main account last week only did like 1.5 to 1 3/4, just under 2% for the week. But there was a situation. It was one of the situations was on my part where I closed a trade that I shouldn't have. I can't remember exactly what happened, but the bottom line, it cost us like 1.5% overall for the week. I did the numbers, but we still came out ahead, which is nice. And these past last week and this week, we've been running the new version of this EA. It's the same EA. It's just had a lot of changes and upgrades done to it. For example, we have a daily profit a target that we go for on each pair. If we hit that target, it'll stop trading for the day. That gets us in and out of the market, which avoids getting into those heavy drawdown situations. And even though we have those targets, we're still just the numbers are still crazy, right? So it's not affecting performance in any way, shape, or form negatively. It's all positive stuff. Also, there's more indicators in this thing. So you'll notice we have less trades, especially on the main account. The main account, there'll be times where the main account only has, 1 pair, 2 pairs going, then the aggressive has like 4 or 5 pairs going. That's because we have more indicators and confirmations on the main account. So it's more selective on the trades, which is one of the reasons it's more conservative as far as the profits. Of course, this week, it didn't show that much. It was pretty amazing. But there's a couple other upgrades to the EA. Okay, I don't want to get too technical with it and all that, but the bottom line is, and if you guys are on this call and you noticed a difference, put something in the comments there that you've noticed that our drawdown. We hit I think our top drawdown for the week was like just under 7%, something like that, right around 7%. And then it, got out of that right away. And with the exception of that, like right now, I think we're sitting at under 2%, with the main account, and maybe 2%, a little over 2% on the aggressive account. And so, yeah, there's going to be 75% of the time that you wake up in the morning, we have no trades or just 1 or 2 little trades going, and you've made all your profit already, which is amazing. And another nice thing is it keeps our drawdown low. So 75% plus of the time, our drawdown is going to probably be under, 2%, 3%, which is insane. I mean, it's just insane, especially for an EA, when it's not manual trading. So I've never seen anything like this. We already had a great thing before. We were used to, you guys know, we're used to getting into drawdowns. In fact, if you notice before with the other, before the update, we'd be in big drawdown, maybe 15, 20% drawdown. We'd get out of it with 1 pair, but then we're immediately in another drawdown with another pair. It was like always something. It was always 1 pair, sometimes 2 pairs or more that we had some heavy drawdown. Where here it's like we have a drawdown, we get out of it, and then it's like nothing, for 2, 3, 4 days or even a week, and then have another drawdown, which is nothing compared to what we had before. So anyways, yeah, if you guys want to chime in, let us know. You've seen the results, you've seen the difference. It's night and day. I'm watching this thing like, oh my gosh, how did not us, but the developer figure this out, and every time they make an adjustment, they go back, they back test it over like 15 years, which takes a long time because they have to do each pair individually, and then you kind of have to combine them together and figure out, okay, what can we expect for drawdown and performance and all that. So you're going to see, huge difference moving forward. I don't want to put Kiera on the spot too much or any pressure on her, but she's got some great things coming with some manual trades also. That we're just kind of testing the waters right now. We've had a few trades in the aggressive account, couple wins, couple losses. I think we're right around even, give or take, $20 or whatever. So basically right around even. And that's just because she wants to get her feet wet, on a live account and with a big, with a big amount of funds, because even though it's a big mechanical aspect to it, it's still different, when you're putting in a big lot size on real money, psychologically. So we want to kind of ease her into it. I keep saying no pressure, but so we'll give her some time.
It doesn't come from Tony, but I'm hard on myself. If I take a loss, I'm like, oh my God, like I want to recover it right away. So when I see that I'm taking, like, if I take just 2 losses, Tony and I decided I just stopped trading for the day, because it's easy to get emotional. Like I'm not a robot. Like the robot is amazing. It just takes a loss, recovers it, high drawdown gets us out of it. Like this morning this morning, I think we were in like, because I was looking at the aggressive account, and we had like, I think it was like you said, 7% drawdown, something like that. And
yeah, we hit like, yeah, we were close to 7% in the beginning of the week. We got out of that right away. And then last night, okay, yeah, for you this morning, that's why I was getting confused on the time. That's right. For you, it was the beginning of your day.
Or you were sleeping, something like that. But
it got up there, and then, oh, go ahead, sorry.
It was over 7. And then next thing I know is I went to check again. I was like, I wanted to see, because I know we had also like a little issue. And I was like, I wanted to see what the drawdown was looking like. And all of a sudden, next thing I know, it's 1%. I was like, what the hell just happened? Like, where did this drawdown just disappear, melted away?
Yeah, and then we had big profits. In fact, I think we cleared 2% in both accounts, or very close to 2% in both accounts just this last day. So that was an awesome ending to the week, by the way. Yeah, so and a lot of that was on the GBP pairs. The British pound. Those pairs move fast during the London session. So, it's high risk, but high reward, so we really got to find that sweet spot. And that's where we got into the drawdown, and all of a sudden, yeah, same thing in the middle of the night. My girlfriend, she's obsessed with the PAMM account. She's got her own, the aggressive, the main account. Trust me, guys, if anything's going wrong, I'm the first one to know about it is from her. She wakes me up. She's like, hey, check it out. No drawdown. And, showing the profits, she's excited. Hey, I made $100, overnight or whatever. So yeah, it's just night and day the way this thing. So, when it gets into a trade, you can never be accurate. Even if you're the best manual trader in the world, you can't project the future. You just can't. Okay. This thing is as good as it gets, I'm telling you, as far as getting in. And if it is going the wrong way, it's still, the drawdown is a fraction of what it was, because there's so many odds stacked against it going against you, so it might do what you think is a reversal, and the next thing you know, all it needs is a slight little pullback, where before we needed a bigger pullback. Now it seems like we can actually get out of the trade with a lesser of a pullback, meaning, it's going against us, and then it goes for us real briefly, gets us out into profit, and then it can continue and go the other way again. It doesn't matter, we're out. So it's just amazing watching this thing go to work. So, and okay, Dwight's asking, he's totally new, what's the PAMM? Let's go ahead and do a brief overview of what it is, how it works. You want to do that, Kara? You want me to go over it? It's up to you.
Yeah, as long as you don't make me tell you what PAMM stands for, something performance, something module.
It's basically a managed account, meaning you put your money in the account and let us do the work. Or in this case, the EA, which is EA stands for Expert Advisor, basically a robot. You hear people say artificial intelligence. They throw that term around there so loosely anymore, even though it's usually not artificial intelligence. But that's basically what it is. It's a robot trading for you and for us. Okay, I'm always managing the bot, watching if anything goes wrong. Yesterday, prime example. Oh man, we actually put in a thing with LQD with the broker guys. So you probably didn't even notice it, but I watched it happen, and it was just manipulation at its finest. I mean, and it got us into like 3 trades instead of 1 trade. So we were instantly in drawdown at the worst time of the day, which, by the way, we're going to correct that, Kira, where it's not going to trade during the high. We're actually going to probably put a max spread in there. So if the spread goes over, say, whatever we determine, 4 pips, 5 pips, it won't take a trade. And that would have eliminated that altogether. And it's not even a big deal, guys. I mean, we're not even down. We're barely even down. We're only down like 0.5% or something like that on that trade. We'll get out of it. So even if LQD doesn't come back and say, okay, we'll X out that trade, it's no big deal. We'll be out of it, and we'll actually have a profit. in the end anyways. It's just kind of aggravating because I watched it happen, and I'm very meticulous when I see these things. It's like I want to let them know we're watching. We're watching, okay? We know when this stuff goes on. Anyways, yeah, so to manage the account, sorry, little tangent. To manage the account where you put your money in, by the way, here's the main thing, Dwayne, is the money's in your name, in your brokerage account. Well, it's you have to use the broker we use, but it's in your name. So we can't touch your money. We can't withdraw your money or anything like that. The only thing we can do is trade it, okay? Yeah. And there's no monthly fees, no subscription fee, nothing like that. The only thing that you pay is at the end of each month, whatever your profits are, 20% of your profits only, 20% of that is deducted as what's called a performance fee, okay? So basically, it's almost like an 80-20 split. It's an easy way to look at it. You keep 80%, you're keeping the lion's share, and you give us 20%, and we're doing all the work and incurring all the fees, for the bot, the VPS, everything that, involved with running it. Okay, so it's just a completely hands-free. You can see your trades live. You can see all your closed trades, even right on your smartphone. You can download the what's called a MetaTrader 4 app and watch your trades. Now, and this is a good thing, by the way, you can't touch your trades. If you don't like the way a trade is going, you can't close the trade. And like I said, that's a good thing. Trust me. Trust the process, because most of the time you intervene, you start you'll kick yourself that you should have stayed in, because it came out into profit or whatever. So yeah, that's what it is, completely hands-free. We do all the work. You're going to get in with our broker. You're going to deposit with Bitcoin. And you withdraw with Bitcoin. The broker's been around for many years. I personally have been with them for 3.5, probably almost 4 years now. I've taken out, very large amounts of money without any issues. So yeah, I just pretty much mentioned most of it. Sorry, Kara, but yeah, go ahead and add in anything else.
All right. So the PAMM is basically, in a nutshell, it's a managed account, 100% hands-free. And you guys just deposit money through our broker of choice. So that we need to emphasize that, because a lot of people come to me and be like, oh, but can I use my broker and you guys manage it? No, that's not how it works, because the PAMM can only be managed through one broker. And the best broker for having a PAMM is LQDFX. Like, they just make our lives easier. They make the whole deduction easier. By the way, if we don't profit for you guys, they'll never pay us. So if we break even for a month or have a loss even, which can happen, they just won't give us any profit. So we don't gain anything out of this. So obviously it's in our best interest to make sure that we are profiting for you. So the steps in order to get started are like, this is the step-by-step. So the first step is you need to open an account with LQDFX. Now, whoever invited you to this Zoom, you need to go back to them and ask them for their LQDFX link. All right, just out of respect. So if you guys came through Tony, you're watching this on Tony's channel, because we're live on both our channels right now, then you have to go to him. If you learned about this through me, then you come to me and ask me for my LQDFX link. All right, so you set up your account with LQDFX. Very simple process, okay? Just follow the rules, because some of you go back and forth with LQDFX just because you're not following the rules. They ask for a couple of simple things. They ask you they need proof of your identity. It's just it's just a broker regulation that all brokers have to follow. They need to confirm your identity. All right, so you'll need to send them a picture of a government, government issued ID, such as your passport or ID card or driver's license, one of those. It has to be clear. They have to see all four corners. So just take it during daylight and make sure they can see all four corners. Send that their way. The next thing they're going to ask you for is for verification of the address that you registered your account with. So it can be as simple as a utility bill. So, if you have a utility bill or a phone bill, send them that, okay? Again, all four corners must be showing. Take it during daylight, because if they can't see it clearly, they're going to come back to you and be like, send us another picture, and just going to delay the whole process. And a lot of you come back to me saying, oh, because they're not answering me, and sometimes they would have answered you, you're just ignoring their emails because you think that they're just being too anal. This is just a regulation they have to follow. So that's basically it. Once you got your account, you're verified, you can just fund it. All right. We highly suggest Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, sorry, because there are like 4 options. There's Litecoin, I believe, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, and Ripple. I stand to be corrected though. But Bitcoin is one of them, and it just makes your life easier, especially for those of us that come from Europe like me. I just prefer cryptocurrency just because it's instant, it's fast. I don't have to verify my credit card. Like if you use credit card, you have to show them screenshots to avoid fraud, blah, blah. It's just a headache. So just go with crypto. Just get used to the world of crypto. The future is crypto. Mark our words. So just use crypto. And that way, you guys, when you fund your account that way, also it's just easier to withdraw, because if you deposit with credit card, then you can only withdraw back to your credit card. If you put Bitcoin, you get back Bitcoin. So when you withdraw profits, it's in Bitcoin. It's just easier to switch it to a different currency. So for me, I want it in euro. And the PAM by default is in dollar. So for those of you that are wondering what you should do, just get some crypto, just use an exchange. Many exchanges out there. For those of you in the States, there's the Cash App. For those of us in Europe, there's Bitpanda. There's multiple. Just look them up online. And deposit in crypto, it will just convert it into dollar, and then you can get hooked to the PAM. You'll need to ask the person who referred you here for the link to hook to the PAM. All right, there's no passwords. We've removed them. Just use the link, accept the terms and conditions, and you're in. It's that easy. And then you notice you start seeing trades within the same day normally. So it's really that simple. So just go back to the person who asked you, who brought you here, and they'll give you all the info. And if that person can't help you, just go to Tony or myself. So you're watching us on our channel, so you should be able to reach out to us. You can just leave a comment below. What bot is he talking about? So this is a PAM account. So Rhonda, I know what you're referring to. So that's the other option. We probably will mention it, right, Tony? There's a second option for people who don't want to use our broker. Yeah, so,
yeah, sure.
So Rhonda's asking what bot is he talking about. So this is a PAM account. So basically we run it, but it's on our terms in the sense that we manage everything. Whereas with the other bot that Rhonda you're referring to, you are pooling funds to trade. Basically,
yeah, except we're not doing it. What it is we trade a master account, and you guys all have your individual accounts. So it's not pulled together with other people. You all have your individual accounts. And what it is we trade the master account, and then it's proportionately that the profits or losses are proportionally divided amongst everybody's account, like to the penny. So yes and no, it's not pooling unless you say like the broker's kind of pulling it. So it's a master account. Everybody's independent of each other. You can take out, you can deposit, withdraw anytime you want. Doesn't affect anybody else. Okay. And like I said, yeah. So it's like even with Kiera and myself, we have our own sub account. That's how we make our money, is we're in it just like you. So we have money in our own account, just like you'll have money in your account. And then we only trade one account, the master account, and everybody gets their fair share of the volume of the profits or losses. Okay. And the difference here is, versus doing the bot on your own, is when you're on your own, typically you need a computer. You have to run a VPS, which will cost between 20, 30 bucks a month. And then of course you're paying monthly for the bot itself. Unless it's some cheap thing you got out there for a couple $100, and in that case you're going to crash your account. It's not worth it anyways. So now with the one that we're mentioning that Kiera's talking about, you can use your own broker. They are going to offer where you can get a single license, for the bot. And this is amazing. This is something brand new. I've never seen this with any other company out there. Is the VPS is going to be included? Okay. Not only that, but you don't even have to install the VPS on your computer. You don't even need a computer. The VPS you access it right online through your back office. It's literally like plug and play. You log in your VPS, there's your bot. You just like an on and off switch basically. So it's pretty amazing stuff. It trades very similarly as our PAM account. Okay, so it's just that you're doing it completely on your own, and you can use any broker that you want. And then, of course, you just pay them the monthly, and in this case, the VPS is included. So I think it's going to be around 125 or 127 a month for a single license, and then for like 12 or 1300 for a year, you'll get two, or it might even be three licenses, two for sure. And you'll also get free training, all kinds of like actual manual trading, training for manual trading, all included, I'm pretty sure. It's pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. So
Yeah.
one,
And
one thing I
guys,
want to mention,
sorry,
go
go,
ahead.
go, go. And guys, this is like a really exciting time. Like Forex is just starting to just boom right now. Like I'm actually thinking, because I was doing like affiliate marketing and kind of the home-based biz, and people just don't respond anymore. And Forex is just like everyone wants to be on Forex. Like everyone's like, if they're on Forex, they're like, they feel cool. So this is just amazing to come in. And by the way, each of the things we mentioned here, you guys can promote yourselves. Like even the PAMM, you guys can make additional income. It's income you can put back into your accounts to just, just create that passive income flow. You need cash flow, guys. We're living during uncertain times. You need to start being the person in charge of your future. So hold on. So sorry, Tony, go back to what you were saying.
Yeah, no, in fact, that's what I was going to mention, and I totally forgot, so I'm glad you brought it up, the affiliate side to this. In fact, the beauty of it with the referral side to this is it doesn't come out of the money, the commissions, okay, that you earn for referring people doesn't come from us. It doesn't even come from the person that you refer. In other words, you're actual what's called an IB, you're acting as an introducing broker to the broker. So the broker is going to give up part of their profits from the spread and the commissions on the actual trades, and you'll get a portion of that. So what happens is if you bring somebody in, say they come in at $1,000 and their account's trading, the commissions you're making do not come out of their profits or anything like that. In fact, if they went straight to the broker and sign up on their own, they wouldn't get any better of a deal than them going under you. And that's why it's very important, guys. Whoever brought you here, you get their broker link, okay? And then you'll get a broker link when you sign up, and you give out that link. And then every trade, this is the beauty of it, whether it's a winning trade or a losing trade, there's a commission on it, and you'll earn that commission. And what's really nice, I mean, this is what I call compound, it's compounding referral commissions, because as their account grows, you're trading a higher and higher volume, which means you're going to make more and more and more money the higher their account grows. What if they go in for $1,000 and then they love the results and they put in another 5,000 2 months from now? Guess what? You're getting commissions on that entire amount. So you're from just one person, your income referral wise, commission wise, is going to grow from two things: them making more deposits, and the profits, compounding profits. So because it goes on what's called a lot size, and that's how they pay commissions on the lot size, which is the volume of each trade. Okay, so even just referring one or two people can really make a difference in this. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm making a full-time income right now just from that part of it. And then what I'm doing with my account, and this is maybe something you would do, is you would just let it grow. So I use, because this is what I do full time. So I pay my bills and everything from the referral end of it, and I just let my account grow. So I don't have to touch it. So it's really very lucrative. And this broker is probably the best I've seen as far as paying out commissions, and as far as being very generous with the commissions. And at the same time, our spreads are still very low, which is it's the best of both worlds. A lot of times you'll get brokers out there that they'll pay good commissions, but in reality, you're paying a bigger spread on your trades. So it's kind of like you don't see it directly, but it's really affecting your profits. That is not the case with our broker.
Yeah, and they also. Sorry, go. You're excited.
No, real quick. I know. So one other thing I wanted to bring up on the performance fee before I forget is she mentioned, if we don't make money, it doesn't come out. Well, it's done on a monthly basis. So let's say we have a losing week. Okay, let's say you make $500 one week. The next week you lose $400. Well, that's only $100 of profit. So they're not going to take out commissions, performance fee on the 500 and then wait for you to make more. It's not like that. It's at the end of each month, whatever you're up in profit, it's 20% of that. Now that brings you, okay, let's say you make 1,000 in a month. They take 20% out. You're down to 800. Guess what? Going into the next month, you don't pay any performance fee until you get what's called the high water mark, which is the highest point that you were at. So the first 20% there that was taken out for a performance fee, that in this case $200, the first $200 you make, you pay no fee on. It's not until you get to you get to your highest point that you've been, then you start. So it's always the highest point, which makes a big difference. So
Yeah.
I want to mention that.
And guys, if we're, say it's the end of the month, right, and you guys made, say, I don't know, $100 in profit. If your drawdown is, say, much higher than that, say more than $100, they won't even take the performance fee, so you get to keep all of it. So their LQD FX is designed to actually work in your favor, not ours. So obviously, it's in our best interest to make sure that the drawdown's low, and that's what we love about this bot. It's being custom designed until we're making so much profits, but it's not touching too much of the equity, because a lot of the bots we saw before we started working with this, the drawdown was insane. And in fact, a lot of these robots you come across online or on YouTube where people get so hyped about, they make you like these big claims, but what they're not telling you is the kind of drawdown that the bot gets you in. And so many people have blown accounts just because the bot is trying to make, I don't know, like 50% performance in a month or a week. And the drawdown is just insane. It just touches almost all the freaking accounts. It's really not what you want. Like, that's dangerous.
Yeah, and it's just a matter of time before they blow their account. If you see people showing all these screenshots and stuff, come back to them after 2-3 months, and they'll probably be showing you a different bot because that one took all their money. Yeah, like even like to make, say, 20% a month, you get into like a 50% drawdown, and what that means is, like, if you have $1,000 account, your actually equity is only $500. So if you were to close all your trades at that point, you're actually taking a $500 50% loss. And that's normal for a lot of these EAs out there, these bots. And it's only a matter of time before it just goes a little bit more and exponentially, the drawdown gets exponentially higher, and then boom, your account's blown and you got nothing left. You have nothing left. So the fact that, because I had somebody asking me, they got excited with our drawdown being so low. They're like, does that mean we can crank up the risk and make more money? I says, no, absolutely not. Because what it's doing is, first of all, it's stress-free. And if we're making, 15 to 20% or even higher than that per month, if you want to make more money, put more money in. It's not worth it, trust me, to take that kind of risk. But what I was going to say was, even though our drawdown is only 2, 3, 4, up to, say, this week, past 2 weeks, highest it's gotten around 7%. That doesn't mean we're not going to get to a 20% drawdown. It's going to happen. It might not happen tomorrow. It might not be for a month or 2 weeks or even 6 months. Who knows? But it's only a matter of time before it happens. We want to be to where that's not affecting our account. 20% is nothing. That still gives you 80% of your account to get us out of that trade. But once you're at like a 50% drawdown, you're praying to the Forex gods there, that it turns around fast, because that other 50% will be gone in no time. So we want to stay conservative, or say conservative, I guess that's the word, but as far as the drawdown goes, very low drawdown, so that we're prepared for the worst case scenario and we can get out of it. It might even take a lot. Like a few weeks ago, we took a loss, I think, 3-4 weeks ago, it might be like 4 weeks ago now. We took like a 9% loss for the week or something like that. It was a little under 10%. Had we been more aggressive, it would have been more. And that's a protection on the trades. It hit the stop loss. If it loses so much, it just gets you out of the trade, lets you live the trade another day. And that's what happened. We recovered that in the next 2 weeks and then some, and now we're in profit. Especially on the aggressive account, we recovered it in no time. So that, by keeping the drawdown low and the settings where they're at, it allows us that wiggle room. And, this is long-term, guys, and it's been trial and error. We've been running this PAMM for a while now. And in the beginning, we had a different version of the bot, and everyone was like, yeah, crank it up. And we were shooting for 10% a week. And what good is that when you have a 60%, you lose 60% in a week? You make 10% a week for 6 weeks, and then boom, you give it all back and then some, so that's what we want to avoid. Rhonda, you said, what's the name of the broker? The name of the broker is LQDFX. Okay. But you have to go through whoever brought you here, whether it's Kiera or somebody else or myself or whoever. You have to get their link to the broker. So that way you're connected through somebody that's in the PAMM account. Okay.
Yeah, guys, one thing we forgot to mention is that the minimum deposit right now, and subject to change, is $250. So while it's $250 get in, but we are looking to change that because we've tweaked this, and now it's really working optimally and how we want it. So we can, start to raise the price and limit the people that come in, because there's a cap that we can have as well with the bot. So, sorry, with the PAMM, not with the bot.
Yeah, in fact, we want to allow everybody the opportunity to get in, which is why we made it $250, and there's no monthly fees. Like, it's kind of a no-brainer, right? We wanted everybody to be able to afford to get in, but the problem is, I'm sure Kiera is going to agree, is a lot of the people, even though we tell you time and time again, use risk capital only, they lose, half their money. It's only $100 and some, and they're the ones that are like the most upset. And here I got a couple guys that put in $10,000, and I never even hear from them. I don't hear, hey, great week. I don't hear nothing if there's a losing week. Just like silence, complete silence. So which means they're not staring at their account, 20 times a day and taking money out every week and, dependent on that on that making X amount of profit to pay their bills. And it just takes a lot of stress off of us. So we might raise it to $1,000. We've been talking about this for a while, and now that we've got things tweaked, like she was saying. So it's not that we don't want to let people in at a smaller amount. We really do. And it's been, 6-7 months now we've had it at $250. It's just we really want serious individuals to come in and be in it for the long term,
Yeah.
and because, those are also the people that come in even with $500, and they're like, well, crank it up. I love these returns. Make it, I don't care. I'll take the risk. Okay. And then we take the loss, and now they're the first ones to come knocking on your door. So we just want to avoid that altogether and make sure that nobody's using their grocery money for this, so.
Yeah. Any questions? Forgot what.
And yeah, just so you guys know too, so we're going to do these every few weeks, these updates, live updates. You can invite people to these, okay? So, and then we're just going to send them back to you, just like we're doing right now, to, get the broker link and the link to get connected to the PAMM account. Okay, so and it's a great, like I say, it's a great additional income, and if you bring in, like I said, just one person, and maybe you only have the $500 or $250 to get in, and you bring one person in that comes in with $10,000-$15,000, you'll be making more money off of the trading commissions than you are on your own account. And guess what? You can use those commissions to further deposit into your account and get you to your goals that much faster. So what is the bot fee? CryptoMX, what's the bot fee? There's no fee for the PAMM account. It's just an 80-20 split, like I was saying earlier. So it's profits only at the end of each month. Whatever the profit is, you keep 80%. They give us 20%, and then with that 20%, we're paying for the bot, we're paying for the VPS and all the other expenses for running it. Now, if you want to do it completely on your own and have a bot that's very similar to the one that we're running on the PAMM account. Very similar, trades the same ways. It has a lot of the same kind of settings in it and stuff like that. That has a monthly fee. It's not there yet, but we're just about there. I think 125 to 127 per month. And I do believe that's going to include a VPS, which is awesome. So it's like a one, push button. Yeah, push and go. So.
Yeah, in fact, the VPS part was the only pain in the ass with that bot. And now they have it sorted as well. Like just that push button. I was like, where was this before?
Yeah, I've never seen that with anybody else. You know, it's always you got to get the VPS on your own, download it on your PC, always be watching it. Where here it's like all like in the cloud, right on a website. Now to answer Rhonda, you says you're new to trading, you don't understand what drawdown means. It's a good question.
Right.
So drawdown, especially because with Forex, that's just a very common term because everybody's going to have drawdown. So drawdown is your overall, if it's, when we refer to drawdown, we're referring to it open trade drawdown, meaning say you have 10 trades and, you know, 6 of them are in profit, 4 of them are in a loss. But overall, if you combine your profits and losses and all of your open trades, you're down $80. That's your drawdown, $80. Let's say you have a $1,000 account and your open trades say negative $80. That means you're at an 8% because, you know, you just divide 80 divided by 1,000, and that's the percent of your drawdown. Now, that's not a loss. You don't incur that loss until the trade is closed. And in Forex, you're almost always going to be in drawdown. Just like Kiera was saying earlier, you know, we'll be in a 8% drawdown, and then 3 hours later, you look at it at your trades, and you have like under 1% drawdown, and you just made $100 some in your account or whatever. You know, made 1% in your account for the day. You know, so there's always going to be drawdown. The key is to minimize it. So if they do take losses, it's minimal losses. Okay, but yeah, that's the drawdown. The drawdown, and now when you're looking at your account, to make it very easy for you, you're going to have a balance, and you're going to have your equity. Okay, your balance is your closed trades. Your equity is going to be less. Say you have $1,000, like earlier I said, $1,000 balance. Your open trades are negative $80. That means your equity is going to be 1,000 minus 80. It's going to be $920. Is your equity. The difference between the two, that's your drawdown. Okay, so and the fact that now we're running very low drawdown, you know, and so if you were to close your account, here's an example too. If you're in a heavy drawdown, you have $1,000 account, maybe 25% drawdown, your equity says 750, and you say you want out, you're only going to get the 750. Your equity is what you're going to actually be able to cash out with because it's going to close all those trades that are open at that loss. Okay, where if you were to just wait another day, 2 days, or whatever, it might get out of all those trades in the actual profit, which will appear in your balance. So hopefully I explained that pretty, makes sense. Yes, does the bot compound? Absolutely. In fact, every time a trade is put in, it calculates the balance and it puts in a volume size, a lot size according to that balance. So with another nice thing, you guys, with the PAMM account versus doing it on your own, okay, with the PAMM account, we have a larger pool of funds, right? Where our one account's like almost 40,000, the other one's almost 20,000 on the aggressive account. So we're able to compound at a lot faster rate because you might be, we're able to go up in 0.01, if that means anything to you, the lot size, the volume of the trade, we can compound at 0.01 increments. And we might make that in a day. In fact, like for instance, this week we made over 2,000 in the main account. At the settings we have, we would have compounded twice in 1 week. Every $1,000 is going up. Where if you had it on your own, $1,000 in your own account, you literally have to double your money before it compounds because you can only go as little as 0.01. And if you're doing 0.01 per thousand, you got to get your money to 2,000, double it before it goes to the next higher level. So unless you're trading $10,000, $20,000 or more, you're not going to have the same compounding effect as you are doing it in here, if that makes any sense. Any other questions, guys? Percent winning and losing in the last 6 months. I don't know if you mean winning trades versus losing trades or winning weeks versus losing weeks. Can you specify? We've only had a couple, just to let you know, we've only had a couple losing weeks. This month we had one losing week, three winning weeks. We're way up, especially the aggressive account, way up. And it's going to be, now that we have the bot, just to let you know, the new updates on the EA, okay? It's not going to have losing weeks nearly as often. And when we do have losing weeks, it's not going to be as much. Okay, these past few weeks, it's literally night and day. You can ask anybody that's been in, they'll tell you, night and day from what it was before. Like way back, we would take a 30% loss. It'd take us 5-6 weeks to get it back, because you don't want to chase your losses. You got to just give it time and let it do its thing. Where now we had a 9% loss. We recovered that. And in 2 more weeks' time, we were in profit already with the aggressive account, and I think 2.5 weeks and we broke even on the main account. So yeah, it's a lot different now than what it was. So moving forward, it's going to be almost no losing week. Well, knock on wood, but very, very few losing weeks. And when the manual trading starts too with Kiera, just to let you guys know, the beauty of this is it's 1-to-1 risk to reward. So if she's risking, say, 0.5% on one trade, if it's a losing trade, we only lose 0.5%. One winning trade will actually make up for that, which is the beauty of that, because if we can just get an extra 1 to 2% per week, and it's in addition to the EA, the bot doing its thing, can you imagine the overall results when you're compounding that month to month? Now you're getting, say instead of 18% in a month, we get 24% or something like that for the month, and you're compounding that. Huge difference. So we're real excited moving forward to be adding that to what we're already doing with the EA running the PAMM. Hope that answered your question on the percentage thing.
Any other questions, guys? You still drinking coffee?
Yeah, I'm done now. So I was actually just in the middle of my workout, and I didn't even realize the time. I'm like, oh crap, I gotta get on this. I thought it was for some reason, I thought it was only 10 o'clock my time, and it was 11. So it's a good thing. That's when I messaged you. I'm like, let me know when you're on. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, because I'm ready now.
It's 1:45 no, for you there.
What's that?
It's 1:45.
Yep. Yeah, it's almost 12 o'clock here. So you're like 8 at night, your time?
8:45.
Or 9, almost 9, 8:45. Yeah.
Yeah. Tony and I are like complete opposite sides of the world. Yeah. All right, guys. So no more questions.
Nice because it's nice you can get a hold of either one of us pretty much 24/7.
Yeah, we have members that do that. If Tony's asleep, they know they have to come to me. If I'm asleep, they know they have to go to Tony.
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, reach out to us. If somebody brought you here, make sure you go to them, get their broker link, and we have a walkthrough video and everything showing you how to set it up. As far as the verification process with the broker, it is very fast. As long as, like she said, it's a clear copy, front and back of your license or your ID and everything. 24 to 48 hours, you'll be approved. The Bitcoin thing, it's like within an hour, like as soon as it's got confirmations on the blockchain, boom, it's in your account. And then you couple clicks of a button and you move it into the trading account, and it's trading that day. So you could be up and trading, literally within 2 to 3 days tops. How much do we have to invest to make a full-time living with this? That is a loaded question. I mean,
it's that question, Latin Patriot.
He asked it before, you said?
No, he shouldn't ask that question.
Yeah, I mean, what's a full-time income for you versus the next person? So you can do the numbers on your own. And again, past profits do not indicate future results. There's no guarantees. Listen to the disclaimer at the beginning of this. That being said, here's what we aim for. Okay. This week was kind of a little higher than normal. We did like 7.9% on the aggressive account for the week. So you could do the numbers. We did 6% on the main account. We highly advise you diversify. Have, whether it's 50-50 or what, have money into each account. So if, it's kind of like you're getting the difference between the two. If we make 3% in a week on the conservative account, but 6% for the week on the aggressive, you average 4.5%. And that's if you go 50-50 on your money, right? So we do advise you diversify. The conservative account, we aim for a minimum of 10% per month. This is net. This is after the performance fee. So basically, this is in your pocket. Okay, that's what we aim for. Now, again, we did 6% this week alone on the main account, and almost 8% on the aggressive for this week. But there's going to be, there's winning weeks and losing weeks. Way more winning weeks than losing weeks, which is nice. So, and then on the aggressive account, we shoot for anywhere between 15 to 20% per month. Okay. Again, no guarantees, but those are the numbers. That's what we shoot for. And we've been pretty good right in there, especially now that we have it tweaked, Yeah. So you can do your numbers from there as far as, okay.
I'd like to
How
add
much?
something to that. If you don't mind, I just want to add something to that. Guys, don't rely on a bot for a full-time income. Bots are great. Like what we have going is amazing, but look at it as a bonus money, like residual income. Like look at it as like one of your income streams that's building you like residual recurring income. All right. But if you want to rely on something that's going to make you a full-time income, it should be a skill set. This is where you're going to get your cash flow, and then that cash flow should be going in things like this, like what we have here. But the thing is, this is Forex, and we always give a disclaimer because if something does go wrong, we can't predict the future. I mean, Tony, as far as I know, doesn't have a crystal ball. I definitely don't have one at home. So, we don't know if something can happen, so you don't want to rely on a bot, rely on your skill set. So have this, yes, 100%. Like this is something I personally love having on the side, but I'm always, learning my own skill set. So I learn how to sell to people. My marketing skills, I'm always developing those. I'm teaching myself how to trade. So, I rely on that for a full-time income. Then this is just like bonus money, it's just like extra cash. All right, next question. How much do I need to get started?
Go ahead.
If it's with the PAMM, it's just $250, either with conservative or the aggressive. But this is subject to change. We are looking to change this. Tony mentioned we will up this to 1,000 now that we've tweaked the bot to how we want it to function. If you guys want to keep your broker, as we mentioned, we do have a bot that functions more or less the same. And you guys can get that and plug it in with your current broker. Let's say it's not LQDFX and you don't want to do LQDFX, because there are people who don't want to do LQDFX, and that's fine. I mean, we can't tell you who to join. It's up to you. So you can keep your broker, get this bot, but minimum with that would be at least 1,000. So yeah, so that's basically for both separate things.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions? Yeah, and another thing too, when you said how much for the full-time income, like I was saying earlier, if you refer people, even in, with the Forex with this, you'll make the commissions. That's more of something that you could use as liquid cash. It's better to grow your account. Now, yeah, we're not saying that you can't make a full-time living, absolutely, but we just don't want you to rely on it. We have enough pressure as it is to keep this thing going and everything, right? Yeah, and if you're relying on it, what if we have a losing month? You can't take anything out, and now we also have to recover that before you're back, making profits again that you can take out. So we just have to be careful, with telling you, oh yeah, you can make this and make that, and stay away from anybody that does give you any kind of guarantee or anything like that. They're just trying to get your money, and blow your.
We're transparent because both Tony and I have been through stuff, like our own experiences where people have screwed us over and told us, oh, it's, like you can depend on this, blah, blah, blah. And then it screws you up, right? And, it's unfair for us to just hype you guys up so that you guys get in this and we get commissions. Like, that's not what this is about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can we have a bot that compounds and one that just trades?
Well, I'm not sure that. Well, the bot, that's what it's doing, is trading, and it'll automatically compound for you. So I'm not sure they're kind of one and the same. that the bot's going to trade, and as your account grows, it'll grow, it'll compound your account. But again, you'll need a decent amount, for it to compound on a regular, have it doing that regularly, a few $1,000s or more.
Do you have one trade and package or server? I'm not sure if you understand this.
Yeah, see, you might be referring, like, there's companies out there that, like, you have a trade package that's like $500, another one that's $1,500. A portion of that goes to a referral fee, and then the balance of it gets traded. There's a couple companies that come to mind. This is nothing like that. This is 100% trading. Every penny that you put in, okay, is traded. None of it goes to your referral. The referral commissions come from the broker itself, from the actual trades, and there's no packages. It's just $250 minimum. So anything over $250 or more, you can put in, okay? And 100% of that deposit is working for you. So hope that clears. I hope that answers your question. Yeah, this is a lot different than those trading. In fact, there's one I'm looking at, and don't get me wrong, the company's great. It's real trading. It's pretty transparent. But what I don't like, for instance, on a $500 package, only like 400 or 350 or something gets traded. The rest of it goes to your referral. So I just don't like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can make a killing just referring people, but that's not why I'm in this, and to me, I don't like that, because now you're already in the negative. You know what I'm saying? Your money's in the negative because you had to pay your referral. And then the other thing is, they don't compound your profits, and they don't tell you that. They say you stay in until you double your money. And then they'll boast high monthly figures, but they're not compounding your money. So there's a lot of differences in those. I'm not saying they're bad. It's just I personally not a big fan of that structure. As far as, do we recommend 1,000 to start? I mean, as long as it's risk capital, it's money that you can afford to go without, that you can afford to lose. It could be 500, it could be 10,000. You know what I mean? Yeah, $1,000 is a good amount. It's enough to where you're gonna see some daily results, some weekly results, and actually say, oh yeah, I could do something with this. Cool. As opposed to starting with the bare minimum, it's going to take you a while to get up there. You know what I mean? So, I have a lot of my money in this, and it's nice because I'll make 100, 200 in a day. That's exciting. Where on a smaller amount, you're going to want to build it for a while without touching it, because it's going to take a while to grow. But it'll grow, and that's the advantage. With $250, we can compound that, where you couldn't do that on your own. Even with 1,000, you couldn't do that on your own. It would compound a lot less, a lot more slower. Any more questions? We're coming up on an hour here, so I think we're going to be calling it a day.
Yep.
Yeah, and any more question, guys, just reach out to one of us, or whoever brought you here, and then they can come to us, And we'll do, like I said before, we'll do this every 2, 3, 4 weeks. We'll do these lives. We might start doing it more and more often, because our account's growing nicely. We got everything tweaked, so I'm not having to put as much time and everything into managing the EA and everything. Going to trade. Okay, so exactly what I was just saying. You said, okay, $10,000. How much will go into trading? This is the beauty of it. 10,000. Okay, you're going to, whatever you put in, 100% of it, the entire deposit goes in, and yes, you can withdraw at any time. The only time we recommend you don't withdraw is if you're in heavy drawdown, meaning, say your balance is 10,000, but your equity is only 8,000. You can take out a little bit, but don't take the whole thing out or too much, because you don't want it to be closing any trades that are open. Okay, but yeah, I mean, other than that, you can take out, and you can also reach out to one of us and say, hey, I want to take some money out. Is it okay? And I'll say, okay, we're at a 2% drawdown. Yeah, absolutely, you're fine. Take out whatever, So, but you can take out at any time, deposit at any time. Oh, one other thing, the performance fee, the 80-20 split we talked about, that 20% that comes out at the end of the month. If you withdraw in the, say in the middle of the month, whatever profit you've earned at that point, it's going to take that out also in addition to your withdrawal. So if you take, say, a $500 withdrawal, you see the 500 come out, and then you see another $40 come out. That's just getting you up to date on the performance fee. And then at the end of the month, that's already paid. You just pay the difference from that point that you withdrew. You just pay the difference from then till the end of the month. It's like prorated kind of thing. This is for you, Kiara.
Yeah, I mean, well, to be honest, we both can recommend, because the bot, that bot that you can use with any broker, they just came out with a huge educational system. Now, I can't recommend it because I haven't been through it, but I don't know on whose channel you are. I actually do, yes, education on the side, but it's a totally different company. I won't mention it here. So if you want, I don't know on whose channel you are, CryptoMax. You're gonna have to let me know. But just go to whoever, like even if you're on Tony's channel, go to him, because he can recommend an educational platform, because he actually knows the guy behind it. So that's why. So you can go to him or myself, whoever's channel you're on.
Right, and that's the nice thing about this. The Alpha is the name of the bot with the other company, is they do have educational for manual trading also. So the beauty of it is you can be learning to trade on your own and doing your own personal trades, and then in the background you have your money on automation running from the bot. You know, it's the best of both worlds, and that's really the ultimate way to go. Like she was saying, learn a skill set. That skill set you learn could be Forex. Absolutely. You know,
absolutely, so. Guys, Forex is, I see the money people make from Forex every single day. It's ridiculous. Like, it makes me and my boyfriend like edgy. Like, when are we going to learn how to trade like them? Like, they just flip accounts like this. And I'm not saying you guys should be flipping accounts. Like, first learn the skill set, learn risk management. In fact, I was talking to the creator behind that bot that we were referring to, that you can use with any broker, that you can buy separately. He was telling me a bit about the education program, and there's a lot of focus on risk management, which is, honestly speaking, the biggest part of trading, because you have to learn how to manage your risk. If you, let's say you start your week and you lose your first trade, how are you going to react to that? You know, like, are you going to get all emotional? If you have a strict trading plan, then your next trade, you're going to act on emotional and just, you know, treat it like a mechanical thing.
Yes, the KYC. Yes, absolutely. When you sign up with the broker, you need to send in. That's why you're giving them a front and back of your ID, your passport, driver's license, state ID, whatever. It's for anti-money laundering laws. That's also why you have to take your withdrawal the same way you deposit. If you're in the U.S. and the United States, you pretty much have to use Bitcoin. Okay, and it's a good thing. It's a good. Thank goodness for Bitcoin, or we wouldn't even be able to take part in with a lot of these brokers. So, but yeah, there's a KYC, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, guys, is that about it?
Let's call it a night, guys. It's 9 p.m. here.
It's just starting for me.
I know. All right, guys. So we'll catch you guys in 2, 3, 4 weeks. Just stay tuned. Subscribe. If you're on Tony's channel, subscribe. If you're on my channel, subscribe. And there's a bell. Hit that bell. That way, when we go live, if Tony puts up a video with results, or I put a video, guys, or we go live, you guys get a notification. And if you don't watch us live, you can watch the replay. All right?
You can just watch, watch the recording after. Yep.
All right. So you guys, thank you so much for being here. We're extremely grateful to have you here. And you are very welcome. You are very welcome. And we will see you guys on a future live.
Take care.